Story 1. The night guard who wasn't alone. The security cameras showed one guard. The motion sensors detected two, and the logbook was being filled in by someone who had never clocked in. Marcus Hale took the night guard job because it paid well and asked no questions. The building was an old data storage facility on the edge of a dead industrial zone in the Midwest. 5 floors, no windows that opened, no employees after 6 p.m., just silence. On his first night, the supervisor handed him a flashlight, a set of keys, and a thick black logbook. Write everything, the man said. Even if it feels stupid. Marcus laughed. Like what? Ghosts? The supervisor didn't smile. At 11:47 p.m., Marcus made his first round. Floor 1 was empty. Floor 2 smelled like dust and cold metal. Floor 3 felt wrong. Not dangerous. Just watched. The cameras in the control room showed clean feeds. Every hallway empty. Every door locked. At 12:30 a.m., the motion sensor panel beeped. Movement detected. Floor 3. 2 subjects. Marcus frowned. 2. He checked the cameras. Only him. He reset the system. 5 minutes later, movement detected. Floor 3. 2 subjects. Marcus picked up the radio. Control to myself, he muttered. He went back to floor 3. Empty, but the air was warmer now, and the faint sound of breathing followed him. Not ahead, not behind, but exactly where he stood. Back in the control room, Marcus opened the logbook. The last entry wasn't his. 12:17 a.m. Saw him again. He stand where I stand. Marcus stared at the handwriting. It looked like his. Same slant, same pressure, same habit of underlining words too hard. He flipped back pages. Different dates, different guards. Same sentence. Saw him again. At 1:09 a.m., the cameras glitched. Pawned, but the motion sensor did. Movement detected. Floor 3. 2 subjects. Marcus returned to the logbook. A new line appeared as he watched, ink forming slowly. He's starting to notice me now. Marcus slammed the book shut. If this is already creeping you out, like the video and subscribe, because this building doesn't just watch its guards. It keeps them. At 2 a.m., Marcus heard footsteps matching his pace. He stopped. The sound stopped. He turned around. Nothing. But on the nearest camera monitor, his own back was visible, standing inches behind where he had just been. The logbook vibrated slightly on the desk. Marcus opened it one last time. A fresh entry waited. 2:01 a.m. He finally turned around. Marcus wasn't alone anymore. Marcus didn't run. That was the first mistake. He stood frozen in the control room, staring at the monitor where his own back had appeared seconds earlier. The hallway was empty again, but the feeling remained, like a warm breath had just passed his neck. He checked the timestamp. 2 Uhr nachts. The same time written in the logbook. Marcus grabbed the radio. Hello. His voice cracked. Is anyone else on site? Static. Then breathing. Slow. Controlled. Patient. Marcus dropped the radio. He forced himself to breathe and check the employee records stored in the system. Guard rotation logs. Termination reports. Incident summaries. One pattern appeared immediately. Every guard assigned to night shift. Building A stopped showing up after exactly 21 days. No resignations. No transfers. No bodies. Just erased. The official reason was always the same. Position vacated. Not missing. Not terminated. Vacated. At 2:23 a.m., the motion sensors triggered again. Movement detected. Floor 3. 2 subjects. Stationary. Facing each other. Marcus felt his stomach drop. Facing each other? He pulled up the camera feed. The hallway camera flickered, then stabilized. Marcus was standing there, and so was someone else. Same height, same uniform, same posture, but the face. The second Marcus wasn't fully finished. Its features looked slightly wrong, like someone had copied him from memory instead of reality. The eyes blinked too slowly. The smile stayed too long. The copy tilted its head. Marcus whispered, "That's not me." The copy mouthed the words back. Marcus slammed the keyboard, switching cameras. The copy vanished, but the logbook opened itself. Pages flipped rapidly, stopping near the back. A section Marcus hadn't noticed before. Training phase. Observation complete. Below it were notes. Learns posture in 7 days. Learns voice by day 14. Physical replacement stable after day 21. Marcus counted the days. Tonight was day 20. He ran down the hallway, past locked server rooms, toward the emergency exit. The door wouldn't open. Behind him, footsteps followed, perfectly synced. Marcus turned. The copy stood there now, closer, more solid. Its breathing matched his exactly. "You're rushing the process," it said in Marcus's voice. "What are you?" Marcus demanded. The copy smiled wider. "On the version that stays." The lights went out. When power returned, Marcus was back in the control room, seated, hands folded neatly on the desk. He didn't remember walking there. The logbook lay open in front of him. A pen was already in his hand. His hand moved on its own. 2:59 a.m. Resistance decreasing. Replacement stable. Marcus screamed inside his head. His mouth didn't move. Across the room, the copy watched from the corner, nodding in approval. At 3 a.m., the front door sensor activated. Someone entered the building. The camera showed a man in a security uniform. New, nervous, fresh. The copy stood up. "Shift change," it said softly. Marcus tried to stand. His legs didn't respond. The copy leaned close and whispered, "You'll still be here, just not where you think." The copy walked out to greet the new guard, smiling, human, perfect. The logbook closed. Marcus could still see, still hear, still think, but he couldn't move. And somewhere deep inside the building, something checked a box. Day 20 complete. Tomorrow was day 21. Marcus woke up standing, not lying down, not sitting, standing perfectly still in the middle of floor 3. The lights were on. The hallway was clean, silent, too silent. He tried to move his fingers. They didn't respond. His body felt borrowed. Across the hallway, the copy stood facing him. No uniform now, just Marcus. Perfect skin, perfect eyes, perfect smile. "You did well," the copy said calmly. "You learned faster than the others." Marcus tried to scream. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. The copy began to walk. As it moved, Marcus felt it. Every step echoed inside his bones. The copy raised its hand. Marcus's hand lifted too. They weren't mirrors anymore. They were linked. "You think you're trapped in here," the copy continued. "But that's not it." The copy tapped Marcus's chest. "You're the backup." The hallway lights flickered. The walls began to change. The clean white paint peeled away, revealing layers underneath, names carved into the concrete. Hundreds of names. Guards. Every name scratched in the same handwriting. Marcus's handwriting. At the end of the hall was a door Marcus had never seen before. Shift Archife. The copy opened it. Inside were rows of figures standing upright in darkness. Guards. Old uniforms. Different faces. All frozen. All awake. Eyes moving. Breathing. Waiting. "They don't die," the copy said. "They don't leave. They stay just in case." The copy turned back to Marcus. "You're the best one we've had in years." Marcus felt pressure in his chest. Memories began slipping away. His apartment, his phone, his family. Replaced by hallways. Cameras. Schedules. Rounds. The building wasn't keeping guards. It was preserving them. At 5:59 a.m., the morning shift arrived. The doors unlocked. Sunlight spilled into the lobby. The copy walked confidently to the front desk. The supervisor smiled. "Quiet night." "Very," the copy replied. Behind the walls, Marcus watched through dozens of cameras at once. The copy clocked out. Marcus clocked in. At 6 a.m., the system updated. Active night guard. Marcus Hale. Status. Permanent. The copy paused at the exit and looked back one last time. "You'll get used to it," it said. "They all do." The doors closed. Marcus felt the building settle. Satisfied. That night, a new guard arrived for training. Young, nervous, hopeful. Marcus watched him on the monitors. The motion sensors activated. Movement detected. Floor 3. 2 subjects. Marcus reached for the logbook. His hand moved smoothly now. Naturally. He wrote, 11:47 p.m. Saw him again. He doesn't know yet. Story 2. The apartment floor that doesn't exist. The elevator in her building had only 12 floors. But every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., it stopped at floor 13, a floor that wasn't supposed to exist. Lena Whitmore moved into the apartment because it was cheap. Too cheap for downtown Chicago. The building was old but well-maintained. Brick exterior, narrow hallways, and an elevator that groaned like it had lungs. On her first day, the leasing manager smiled too quickly. Just one thing, he said. If the elevator ever stops somewhere strange, don't get out. Lena laughed. Like where? The man paused. Anywhere it's not supposed to. The building directory listed. Floor 1 lobby. Floors 2 to 12. Residential. That was it. No 13. No basement listed either. The elevator panel confirmed it. Buttons from 1 to 12 only. Still, on her third night, Lena heard the elevator stop. She wasn't inside it. She was lying awake in bed when the ding echoed through the hallway. Then footsteps. Slow, heavy, dragging. At 2:17 a.m., she checked the hallway camera feed on the building app. The footage froze for 3 seconds, then resumed. Empty hallway. The next night, Lena stayed awake. At 2:16 a.m., the elevator started moving. She watched the numbers. 10, 11, 12. Then the display went blank. The elevator stopped. The doors didn't open. For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, ding, a voice crackled through the speaker. Soft, calm. Floor 13. The doors opened. Lena stared. The hallway outside wasn't hers. The carpet was darker. The lights flickered like they were tired. The air looked thick, like smoke frozen in place. At the end of the hallway stood doors. Too many doors. Packed too close together. Each one slightly open. Lena didn't step out. The doors closed on their own. The elevator dropped to floor 1 instantly. No sound. No movement. Just there. She reported it the next morning. The leasing office smiled politely. There is no floor 13, they said. Then why does your elevator announce it? The manager's smile faded. Did you exit? No. He exhaled slowly. Good. That night, someone knocked on her apartment door. 3 slow knocks. She checked the peephole. A woman stood there. Her face was pale. Her eyes were hollow. She wore an outdated building uniform. The woman whispered, "You didn't get out, did you?" Lena stepped back. The woman smiled. Lucky. Then she vanished. If this story is already pulling you in, like the video and subscribe, because what waits on floor 13 doesn't stop calling once it knows you've heard it. At 2:17 a.m., Lena's phone buzzed. A notification from the building app. Elevator arrival, floor 13. She wasn't in the elevator. Her apartment lights flickered. From a hallway came footsteps, dozens of them, stopping outside her door. And then, the elevator dinged again, right outside her apartment. What lives on floor 13? Lena didn't open the door. She stood frozen in her dark apartment, listening to the footsteps outside. They weren't pacing. They weren't leaving. They were waiting. At 2:19 a.m., the footsteps stopped. Silence returned, thick and heavy. Lena finally checked the peephole. The hallway was empty, but the carpet outside her door was damp, as if something had been dragged across it. The next morning, Lena skipped work. She went straight to the city records office. Building permits, construction plans, archive layouts. After 2 hours, she found it. An original blueprint of the building from 1968. There it was, clear as day. Floor 13, temporary residential holding. The note beneath it was handwritten, sealed after incident. Elevator must never stop. That night, Lena packed a bag. She was leaving. She didn't care about the lease. At 2:10 a.m., she stepped into the elevator for the last time. "I'll write it down and walk out," she whispered. The doors closed. The elevator descended. 8, 7, 6. Then it stopped. The lights flickered. The display went blank. The speaker crackled. Floor 13. "No," Lena said. "No, no." The doors opened. This time, the hallway looked fuller. The doors were wide open now. Inside each apartment stood people. Men, women, children, all staring into the hallway, all smiling faintly. Their eyes were wrong, too focused, too aware. A woman stepped forward. It was the same woman from Lena's peephole. You came back, she said gently. That means you belong here now. Lena shook her head. I don't live here. The woman tilted her head. Neither do we. Lena noticed something horrifying. Every person on floor 13 looked familiar. They were residents from her building. People she remembered seeing in the lobby. People whose apartments were now empty. Why are you here? Lena whispered. The woman smiled sadly. We got out. The hallway lights dimmed. The elevator doors began to close. Hands shot forward, dozens of them, gripping the doors, forcing them open. Please, the woman begged. Stay. If you leave again, it takes someone else instead. Lena screamed and slammed the emergency button. The elevator jolted violently. The doors slammed shut. The screams outside cut off instantly. Lena woke up in the lobby. Morning light streamed through the glass doors. People walked past her like nothing had happened. The elevator display read 1. She ran outside, didn't look back. 3 months later, Lena passed the building again. Curiosity burned at her chest. She looked up at the windows. Every floor looked normal, except one. Between floors 12 and the roof, there was a thin row of dark windows. Unnumbered, unmarked, occupied. That night, a new tenant moved into Lena's old apartment. At 2:17 a.m., the elevator stopped. The speaker crackled softly. Floor 13. And this time, someone stepped out.